in the morning. It's going to be a lot different now because it's going to be an all-night event because I'll be going from 8 o'clock at night Christmas Eve till 4 o'clock in the morning Christmas morning, and then replaying that show.
I'm not sure my nephew is going to be there for the Christmas special this year, but if he is, we're going to have to get him something to keep him up all night, to keep hosting it.
No, you won't have to do that. You won't have to do that because I'm replaying that same show, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So the replay happens Christmas Day, so they have it both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with me. One of my biggest shows of the year.
It is, and we're always doing different specials. We had the birthday special there a couple of months ago. The 28th birthday that we had last year, we're blowing it up, and the remix, too. We got to bring something back like the remix again. Remix 2 is something that we're talking about, too. We're talking about a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So there's going to be something happen.
And Jonathan Clarke may be reaching that milestone with another one of our people here on the Wacko Radio Network, too. So...
Yeah,
so people may want to see that one. With Sonny Cruz, so people may want to hear that.
Yeah, he's got his head on the right shoulders. He just needs to put a bit more money into his equipment. Once he does that, gets a better microphone and stuff, and figures out how to master digital audio and things. I think he's well on his way. I'm definitely endorsing him. Probably better than what I'm endorsing my karaoke videos of Folsom Prison Blues and The Gambler, and what was the other one, On Top of the World. So there's a lot of stuff. I'm
on top of the world looking down. Okay, I better not do that.
Those videos get a lot of views. My YouTube channel, again, youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. And the T-shirt, or the shirt, the long-sleeve shirt, looks actually really good. It's got all my stuff on the back and everything, too. That's why I say Bo Dallas with T-shirts are not really going to get over. As long as we have fans out there that are as creative as well, people like Bob or people like Bo Dallas are never getting over.
Yeah. So those of you who love us, give us the heart the show here, so word gets out that way about it. Over on the Mixler side, it's definitely good stuff. And man, oh man, I got to tell you.
What are we running at, 15 minutes remaining?
Yeah, we are getting to the 15 minutes remaining here. And, oh man, and it's just, it's amazing.
How much more can we blow it up when people like me and your guests come in? I mean, every time I show up, the show blows up with Twitter feeds and tweets and comments on YouTube and comments in the chat room. People start filing in. I mean, we can't blow it up anymore. And then tomorrow and the next day, people will be calling me a mark again.
Yeah, okay. But here, let me bring up this serious one. I'll end here with it. Bill Cosby, as his deposition starts. What should happen to Bill Cosby? What will happen?
I don't know, Bob. I'm going to let you go first with that, and then I'll pick up on that. What do you think should happen to Bill Cosby on that? Because I've seen the reports of it. Some people believe that he should be prosecuted. Other people don't. What is your viewpoint on that? Then we'll go to Angie there, and we'll see what you guys come up with.
I think he should be prosecuted for some, not all. However, the only prosecution that's going to really happen is through civil court. There's only one that's really enough for a criminal trial, and I think Bill Cosby's going to be punished enough to where his 52 years will be gone. That's what I'll say there. I don't think he's going to come up with a good excuse in this deposition.
No. Same thing can be said about Jarrett too, like Jarrett with the sexual case too, where he was actually sent to prison and things. I mean, he's fallen into the same category as Bill Cosby. I think that people are not going to remember. Some people are going to remember him for being a comedy star in the show, The Cosby Show. I remember watching that when I was a kid, and I wasn't even around for the prime years of that. But more people now are focusing on him as somebody who was involved in a sexual harassment case, and it's not something that you can easily get over. It's not once you're labeled as that, you're labeled as that. I mean, for instance, Bob. Bob is labeled as Wacko Bob. He's not, Peaceful Bob or nothing. He's labeled as Wacko Bob for the rest of his life. That's something he's taken with him. Greg is labeled as a guy who is scared to come on the radio. Hopefully he'll get over that. He's taking that with him. We all take something with us when we go, and unfortunately for Bill Cosby now, because of his choices, that's what he's taken with him. It's all about what you want to leave behind. And if that's what he wants to go out as, I'm sure he doesn't, but if that's what he's going out as now, that's what he's going out as now, and there's nothing that can be changed about that. If he's prosecuted for some things, he'll be prosecuted for them. He's going to have to deal with them. If he's not prosecuted for some things, then more power to him. But it is what it is, and this is what we're faced with now. And it's just unfortunate the way that it all had to play out.
How does Angie feel about this one? Let's get Angie here, because we already know how Angie's going to be remembered as someone who put good health and fitness together here, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's get Angie's thoughts.
On Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I do think he's guilty, and I don't think he's going to recover from it, honestly. Even though he was a great actor and everything like that, but what he done was unspeakable.
It was.
I mean, seriously. I mean, people talk about O.J. and what he done and got away with it and everything like that, but I honestly don't think Bill Cosby's going to get away with this.
No, he's not. They'll deal with him. They don't care who you are. They don't care if you're a celebrity. They don't care if you've made millions of dollars, if you were a stand-up comedian, if you were an actor or an actress, a professional wrestler. They don't care. Once you break that law, once you go so far, there's no coming back. They don't care if we know who you are or what you've done. It makes no difference. You're a citizen in society, and once you're considered a citizen in society, once you have that government number, that's it. If you do something, you got to pay for it, and
right.
That's the way it's going to go. That's the way it'll go for him. They won't let him get away with that.
Exactly. They won't. He crossed the line by drugging them and raping them. That's all there is to it.
Hey, Bob, I'm getting back to this being a family show, because you said about this being a family show, so I got to ask you, what are you having for your late breakfast? All I'm hearing is chewing in the background.
I tried hiding it. Yeah, I'm eating a protein. I'm eating a protein bar, trying to make someone who's been working herself to good health extremely proud of me. Isn't that?
You ever notice every time?
Isn't that right, Angie?
You ever notice every time?
Yes,
Oh, man.
yes. Good job, Bob. Good job.
Every single time I come on here, I always point out what Bob is eating, because I want everybody to know that Bob is a healthy eater. And I also want to remind everybody that this show is brought to you by Wacko Bob's mom, who he still lives with in the bowels of his basement, providing him with internet, which he's paying for himself. But because of his mom, this show is made possible. So we want to send a big shout out to Wacko Bob's mom, who I'm a huge fan of. Really big fan of your mom, Bob.
I think a lot of people are.
I know I am. I've been a fan of your mom for years. How is she doing anyway, health-wise and everything?
She's holding herself together. She's not. She's still trying to deal with a lot of water retention, and she's been dealing with issues of diabetes herself.
Yeah.
Well,
I know what that's like.
She needs to follow your lead, Bob, and my lead, and start eating healthier.
Believe it or not, she's healthier than me.
Don't listen to them Wacko Bob's mom. Eating health is not necessarily the way to go. Live your life the way you want to live it. And this is the moment where everybody lights up their lighters in the chat room in support of me for contradicting those who believe that living a healthier life is the way to go. Live your life the way you want to live it, guys, because you only live once. Now, if we had a webcam feed, we'd see everybody with the lighters lit up.
Here's the big thing. Here's the big thing. And people talked about Bill Cosby with all the women and whatnot. I'm surprised that the one who doesn't have an STD right now is Bill Cosby. I don't mean the sexually transmitted demo tape.
Oh, he probably does. He's just probably covering it up. But, I mean, that'll all be revealed if he has to go through the test or whatever.
Yeah. Because if they're any of Jonathan Clarke's women...
I don't even know how many I got. I probably got a lot now. I don't know how many I've got. I don't keep track of them all. It's a character, Bob. It's not real.
Well, of course, we made that point with your STD on the Fonz. You compared all your tuxedos to his leather jacket.
Yeah, he's doing retirement home commercials now.
Yeah, I know.
That's retarded.
I know it's understandable for you to date 2 or 3 women in a week. You should try dealing with 150 women every week.
I don't know how I used to come up with those. Those were just shoots from the hips. They were. God only knows. You might hear one down the road. I don't know. I've really took a step back and really reevaluated my life and thought to myself, was this really the character that I wanted to play on the radio for years? I played that character for over 10 or 11 years, the 17 years that I had a website. And sometimes he'd get carried away. Other times he'd be more serious about certain issues. There are definitely 2 sides to me. And like you saw this morning, coming on, commenting on Selena Gomez and everything, you guys call